All right, we're back. The Nando and Rome show. Back again another week. What's up, Rome?
That's good.
Not much. Not much going on. It's baseball season. Well, there's a lot going on for me, but for us, not much. I got the hockey stuff going on, and that's going to game six. McJesus has woken up, has risen.
Jesus.
Um, and yeah, hopefully, because I've been kind of I don't care who wins, but I've been leaning towards the Panthers if you listen to the hockey podcast. But anyway, far as what we talk about everything, but mostly Philly stuff. Not much going on in Philly. The Phillies have been I guess they've been like about
They've been
500.
okay. Yeah, they've been all right. I
They've been
think the
about
London, I
500
think
since
the London
London.
trip kind of
Well,
slowed them
I
up
don't
a
want to
little
hear
bit.
that. Somebody actually on the radio said something that I actually agreed with um, about that point because somebody on the afternoon show was, big Phillies guy was bitching about the schedule just like you did.
Oh, that jackass.
And then our well, not our buddy, but Spike made the most reasonable comment. And he said, I don't want to hear about the scheduling. The Mets are 7-1 since London.
It's true. It's very
So
true.
like, but
It's whatever.
the person made an argument about, the Phillies had to travel. They were away, they weren't home. Like, I mean, I don't know. I didn't look. They care enough to look back at the Met schedule, but um, yeah, Yankees just got ended up getting lost the series, but got whooped today against the Orioles. We got the Braves coming into town this weekend, and I might go one of those days. Um, but yeah, that's baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball.
Eagles. Our training camp dates were announced. It looks like a month from Sunday. They report on July the 23rd for it's everybody, rookies and veterans. I don't
Hmm.
remember the last time the Eagles rookie showed up before. Um the
It's been a
vets.
while. I
I think
think
it
probably
might have
like
been maybe Doug. Doug's like first year, maybe. Could
maybe
be wrong. It could have been Chip. I don't know.
ah
But
might have been since Chip because when they stopped going to Lehigh.
yeah, I kind of miss Lehigh, but I get it. I was just looking up because the story about the dates. I was just looking at everybody's, and then like it said, the Steelers were going to St. Vincent College, which I guess is where they always do it. And I was
Hmm.
just looking how far away from Pittsburgh it was, and it's outside of the city. It kind of might be the same length, maybe a little shorter than Lehigh for like the Eagles. So like, I mean, I don't know. It's annoying, but I used to
Yeah.
like that trip. Made it a few times. Um, so we talked about it last week, but a new story came out about how people in the front office weren't happy with Jalen's answer. We kind of brought it up. I still don't think anything of it. Um, I I think that we kind of get lost and we become a little naive as to like who is leaking the information,
Yeah.
like, and what's the purpose behind it, right? Because this is the thing that people kind of, the normal fans and the radio callers get naive to is that like when it comes to people with sources like reporters or, Adam Schefter or whoever, he has relationships with somebody
Hmm.
in each organization and it might be directly like the GM. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure Diana Rossini talks to Howie, but she doesn't really report on Eagles stuff unless like they kind of tell her
Hmm.
to. She wasn't the one reporting it. It was a
No.
local person. It was I think it was Jeff. It was McLean.
Jeff
Uh,
McLean. Yeah.
so like sometimes we get lost in the, oh, why is this coming out? We get mad like because Philly freaks out. Philly fans
Mm-hmm.
freak out about every little thing
Yeah.
because
When
we
things
don't
aren't
want
going right.
distractions, we don't want this, and it's a whole like thing like get them out of here when people start act because everybody's got to be saints around here, even though we play this team plays the toughest, well, yeah, one of the toughest sports in pro sports, and we want these guys to be altar boys. Um, but I think that we forget how young they are sometimes, and like they don't.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting them all in front of a mic every other practice, every other game, and like situations like this can happen. Um, the thing that I'm curious about is where it came from because like my whole thing is why didn't you guys just talk to him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to leak it out. And maybe it's leaking out and they did talk to him and it's leaking out to put some pressure on him or whatever motivation they feel like they need to get for Jalen, which for some people might be like, why does he have to be motivated? I don't know. Um, Howard, my guy Howard said on the radio the other day that like the comment that Jalen made about 95% of the offense is new is actually not really
So
true.
yeah, the lie's like 25.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of what I alluded to. I think I mentioned it when we talked last time. Is that I think the 95% he's talking about is that they're doing installs and they're learning all the new stuff, not the whatever's left in the playbook. So it
Mm-hmm.
seems like 95% of it is because they might have practiced one of the old plays a couple times.
Okay, yeah.
So like they're just hammering down all the new stuff and they haven't touched the old stuff because obviously the old stuff
Mm-hmm.
is they should know it. Most of the guys should know it. But I think that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But I still don't think it's a big deal. But I mean, everything, I don't know. The NFL is so like king that like even locally, not just nationally, like they just that we're gonna have a month without any football stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And we gotta get something to talk about. And this is the time of the year when those stories come out. Like I remember around this time in like July, right before training camp, like the story came out about I think the Carson story came out that one year. Uh the There was a Doug Peterson story that came out and they ended up I think winning the Super Bowl. That was the year they ended up winning the Super Bowl. Or maybe it was like after when things started to go bad, like the year before. So it's like this is the time when those stories come out
Mm-hmm.
because nothing to do. You can get more digging. It's something, and also a lot of these stories are being kind of worked on like a long time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I try not to. The older I get, I try not to read into get mad about these things because it happens. Like the
Yeah.
one thing that I think a lot of people forget is that um there's a possibility that most of these guys like um aren't like best friends with each other, and that's fine. They come together for one thing and that's it. They might not go out afterwards, and sometimes there's tension, and even winning teams have some tension.
Yeah.
I mean, but it can't let it escalate. But I think they have veteran guys in there. I know Kels and uh Fletch were a big loss, but I think they'll be fine. I don't not freaking
Yeah.
out about this.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I mean they got guys Slay. I mean as much as people don't want to like give him credit, I think they got people, and at the end of the day, you got to get to a point where you got to turn it over to new guys because the older guys
Mm-hmm.
are older, and that's it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not worried about it. We'll see. I'll wait a month until training camp. This is when I start. Maybe July. I won't start yet. Ratcheting it up, getting my scouting done. You know, what do you think about
Yeah.
doing fantasy talk soon? That
Yeah, we can do
time,
it.
almost that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you win last year?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a dry spell. I haven't won in like 10 years. It's kind of sad.
I think I
Uh,
won what 5 years ago, and then now I won again.
yes, yeah.
Maybe six. Six
I'm a
years.
little sad. But I went on a streak of being in the championship, like and losing. for like 3 straight years, and then um last year. I mean, I made the playoffs like the last like 5 years, but well, actually 4 because you won 5 years. That the year you won, I didn't make the playoff, but that doesn't mean you wouldn't have won. You had a really good team. But we'll get into fantasy talk too soon. But we got the first edition of what we talked about last week. We got top fives. Um, Rome might have a top 11. Uh,
I don't have a top 11. I just had 11
well, you could
things.
do the honorable mention for all that. Obviously, it's the top five. So because you have a longer list, I'm gonna go first,
Yeah.
and then you can chime in, I guess. But all right, I'm gonna go from bottom to top.
Okay. That's how you should.
Yeah. So my outside looking in or honorable mention is draft day. There's actually no football being played, but I'm a football nerd. It's about the
Mm-hmm.
draft, whatever. Draft day, would a that's my honorable mention. Outside looking in, whatever. All right, number 5 for me is Varsity Blues. It's one of my favorite movies, and there's not a lot of football either. But yeah, I mean, it's more about the teenagers being, I mean, and the coach being a dick. But my number 4, the Little Giants.
All right.
So, so the guys at the board can identify our bodies. Okay, intimidation, all that. I wish I had the sounds. Number 3 for me is Friday Night Lights. Uh, I This is one of the movies I own. I love this movie. The show was good for like the first couple seasons, but then after like the end kind of dragged, but I stuck through it. Number 2 for me is Any Given Sunday. Did you
That's an
forget
oldie,
that?
yeah. No, no, I didn't forget that.
Okay.
That's just an oldie. That's an oldie.
I love Any Given Sunday. It is an oldie, but it was when I was like young. It was like when I was in like my early like teens when that was like on. It was I think it came out 2000 or 99 or something like that. It was a younger
Uh,
Jamie Foxx basically,
yeah.
and a younger Cameron Diaz. Uh,
Yep.
Dennis Quaid still looks the same as he does now. Then,
Yeah, he's
uh,
another one that doesn't age.
yeah, the rookie, same guy. I mean,
Yep, same guy.
but that movie will be on another list that we'll make. And then my number one hasn't changed. Nothing's topped it. Is Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans is my movie. Um, Actually, I already thought of one that should have been on this list, but not on the top five, but maybe on the outside looking, and that would be
Okay.
that would be Rudy. It came up as I'm thinking about it.
No. It's a
Yeah.
joke of a story. It's a false story.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You didn't
All
hear
right,
it?
we'll talk. Well,
All
yes, but
right,
we'll talk
all
about
right,
that
all right.
later.
All right.
It's more of like
It's a
I'm,
bullshit move. Once
I'm
I heard
calling
about
out. I'm calling out all of our faithful Philly fans. Like we praise the statue of a false story.
yeah, but this is about a real guy who was actually a crying, whiny baby, and none of them liked him on the team.
Well, that's what I've heard. Yeah, nobody actually like
Even Joe Montana came out and said
Montaigne.
that. Joe Montana.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's my list. You can go ahead and rattle off your since
All right.
you have 6
So,
honorable mentions.
well, no, I just have two honorable mentions.
Oh, I
I
thought
just,
you had 11 that you told.
no, I just said that's how many I had listed out, and I went through it, and I was like, all right, what's gonna be my,
All right then.
yeah. I mean, I can read off the other ones later. All right, so we'll go. My first honorable mention is gonna be Friday Night Lights.
There you go.
My second honorable mention, We Are Marshall.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about
Been a
that one,
while
didn't
since I
you?
watched that. I might watch it after we finish recording.
So yeah, so now we're cracking in the top five. Coming in number five. That's an ad. That didn't work.
Were you trying to do the sound? Get it
Yeah,
closer to the mic when next
yeah, but
time.
no, it was an ad.
All
It was
right.
an ad. Is Little Giants. Yeah, yeah, Little Giants was coming in number five. Let's see. Then we got number four. Where's that? The Replacements.
F that.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn. That's
yeah.
when I was younger, that
You
was one
forgot
of my
about that
favorites.
one there. See, you know, okay.
Ooh.
Coming in at number three. Now my top three. depending on what day it is, could be number one. They're interchangeable. But this is how I felt about them when I was doing it.
All right.
Coming in number three, Invincible. Yeah, you're an Eagles fan. You forgot about Invincible.
Yeah,
And
but
how could I not put
I'm not
Invincible
saying
as
it's
in
not.
my top three when I have the man himself, Vince Papale's autograph
There you go.
on jersey?
Ben,
So,
Benny,
uh, coming in at number two, Remember the Titans. And number one,
and Shine.
it it's not that hard. You should already know by now who is going to be number one because it's a tan, fucking tan, Varsity Blues.
All right, so we got it a little. So one, two, three. We got three of the same in the top five somewhere. Um, because Friday
Yeah,
Night Lights with odds are looking in for you.
yeah.
So what were the other ones? Because I now I'm like they're
All
coming
right.
to my head.
So some of the other ones I had was I'll just go down from the top here. The Longest Yard,
Damn it! I
the
thought about
Adams,
when you
the
first brought.
Adam, the Adam Sandler Longest
Well,
Yard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The I that came to mind when you first sent me the topic, and
Okay.
I didn't write down a list right and then because I was working, and then like when I went to write the list, I forgot all about it. Damn it! I love that.
Let's see. We said Rudy. We said Draft Day,
Mm.
and you didn't think of the Water Boy.
I think Waterboy, and I quoted. I said Joe Montana when we were talking
We
about
did quote it.
Rudy.
Yeah, we did quote it. We did quote it. But yeah, that's
That's
all,
Joe
man.
Montana.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only extra ones I had.
Ah, damn it, the Waterboy. One of the last good movies Adam Sandler made. Ah,
What? Get the fuck
yeah,
out of here.
listen,
No.
after like there's a certain year in the early 2000s that I mean, Grown Ups is okay. Everything else is like, eh. This is
Have
the
you seen Murder Mystery?
this isn't a movie podcast, so we're not gonna get into it, but I'm gonna throw it
Oh,
out there. You can have your feelings about it, but this is a sports, I guess, podcast.
all right. I won't
But
get into it.
Adam Sandler's a little overrated. I said it. Said
All
it.
right. How do I exit out of this?
I mean,
Nah.
I'm just
Fuck
saying,
off. Get out of here. Get
I
out of here.
love
Get out of
all
here.
the
Get out of here.
'90s movies. All the
His new
90s
stuff's
Adam
good
Sandler's
too.
great. Uh, and then like I'm talking about Waterboy. I'm talking about Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. I'm talking The Wedding Singer is funny. Like
Have you seen Hoobie Halloween?
no, um,
I
Mr.
think him.
Deeds was
Okay.
great. What else? Obviously, The Longest Yard, and then like
51st Dates. Blended.
Blended is okay. It's not
Shut up.
it's not that great. Uh and then he tried to get
Um.
serious a few times with the like
Oh,
whatever he was doing.
what's the basketball one he just came out with?
I haven't seen it.
I saw it. It was pretty good.
It's based in Philly. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I should have seen it, but maybe not.
Um,
But
Miss
yeah, I just
Murder Mystery
I'm not saying he's
one and two
horrible. No, I didn't. I don't want to see
on
him in a scary
Netflix.
movie.
Jennifer Aniston's in it. Why wouldn't you want to see it?
Well, Jen, I mean, I
Uh
don't
huh.
see this. I'm telling you, to me, he's
Oh,
overrated.
just go with it.
Just go with it was actually good, but I think it's more because like I watched that more because of Jen, not because like Adam was.
And Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's when Brooklyn Decker was actually like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, before there was what's her name? What's Verlander's wife? Upton,
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I forgot her name too.
Kate. But
All
yeah,
right.
and we'll leave it there because it's not. This is a movie podcast. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
how.
Now we've
All
gone off track. We've gone off the rails.
right, so actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think you might have won that top five, but if we wanted to give like a grade, because I missed a few ones, but I don't know if they would have cracked my top five, but it would have made me think a lot harder than I did because
Mm-hmm.
this list came easy to me, and I couldn't. Oh, The Blind Side. I mean,
Well, now
that's
it's
a
kind of a
football movie.
false story, so it's like,
I mean, to an extent,
yeah, to an extent.
I mean, he's suing them because they got all the money for the story, but I don't know how
Yeah.
but that happened last year. Um, now that we're sitting here talking and talking about it, like all these things are coming up, like all these movies are coming up now. And it's like, like they're refreshing my memories
Hmm.
of like football movies.
Oh no, we
Uh,
haven't gotten to no. We're thinking just
Tooth
football.
Fairy?
Others.
Like,
No, no, no. That's hockey.
oh, okay, never back down,
The
right?
game plan, the
No,
game plan,
the game plan.
and Gridiron Gang.
Red Iron Gang. That's the one I was thinking about. Red
But
Iron
yeah,
Gang.
The Rock did do the game plan too,
Yeah,
and the yeah,
and the Tooth Fairy, and the he did a
Tooth
run of
Fairy's
sports movies there.
Tooth Fairy's hockey.
Yeah, sports movies. I'm just talking about he did a run of sports movies there
Yeah, he did three sports movies. Yeah, two of
early
them which he
on.
was players.
Early on Rock. What else? Damn it. Anyway, like it'll come to me, and then I'll be texting you. But yeah, I mean, I like my list. This is like what I go to. Like,
Hmm.
I obviously I don't know why I don't own Low Giants. What clip were you trying to play? Let's tell the
Hold
audience.
on, hold on, hold on.
It's got an ad.
If I let the ad play through, it'll. It's a fucking Saw ad. Hold on.
The movie? They're coming out with
Did you hear it?
no.
Oh, god damn it.
It didn't come through. It's not coming through. I don't know why.
Why is it not coming through?
I mean, I can hear you talk, but I can't hear the damn phone. Nah, it's not coming. It's not working. Our audience is so confused. Good thing we don't have an audio version of this yet. We will soon. I'm working on it, but it's giving me like
Somebody
for some.
call 911.
Oh yeah, there's so many good quotes in that movie too because I kind of tried to do one. It's like, oh yeah, we got New Jerseys. Yes.
Great. So the morgue can
So,
identify the
so the guys at
bodies.
the morgue could identify our
That's what
bodies.
it is. That's right. All right.
My
All right.
guy, and then I call this the annexation of Puerto Rico. It's good play. I think it's just a lot
I
of illegal things. So I don't know about the audience and I don't know about you, but lately, as I've gotten older, I tend to pick apart these movies that I love. But I'm not like saying like it ruins the movie for me, but being older and understanding the sport more,
mm-hmm.
different sports, it's like that they can't do that. Like I recently watched the Mighty Ducks again, and this is the thing that like me and couple of my my hockey friends have talked about. Like there's a lot of stuff that they can't do that's illegal. Like for example, not to get off topic, in D2 Mighty Ducks when they're Team USA,
The
and
Bash Brothers.
well, first of all, they switch goalies. Keenan ends up being the goalie. First of all, a goalie's not allowed to take off his like gear.
Yeah, it stops the play.
Yeah. So but they were in a timeout, but he still can't take off his gear.
Yeah.
Right? So somehow they were able to switch without them seeing. That's a lot of stuff to like
A lot of
take
stuff.
off and put down, especially like because pretty sure goalies wear slightly different pads like than
Yeah. Yeah.
so so yeah, that was one. Second of all, when he goalies can't really come up ice that far. He ends up coming up to like the middle of the ice to do the knuckle puck.
The middle. He came up past, he was on the other side of the
The
fucking
blue
rink.
line, yeah, whatever. I can't even tell. They don't really tell you, but he comes up. Not only does he do that, and goalies can't really do that. Secondly, he takes off his mask to do the knuckle puck. You can't
Mm-hmm.
take off the gear, so it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I mean, this is my child. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't ruin it, but it's just like, man, like.
It's knuckle puck time.
Also, I don't even think in any other movies they had a full roster for a team either. Like that's the other observation I made in those movies. Like they never had a full roster ever. Like they could never get enough guys to like
Mm-hmm.
because then you would have the cool thing about the Mighty Ducks is like you kind of knew all the characters, even the smaller ones, a little bit. So it's like same thing with Little Giants. That's why I don't think that team was a full team. Now that I think about it, I don't even know how they had a line. They had one big guy, and it was my man who had the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in his helmet.
They
And then,
both play. They all play two ways.
yeah, but nobody was big enough to play lineman except him. Even at that age. I mean, I get it, it's Pop Warner, but compared to the other guys, those guys were on roids. They had Spike. Spike don't play with girls.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that cheerleader doing out there? That's no cheerleader. That's my niece,
And
and
she's
she's
pissed.
pissed.
She's pissed. By the way, I don't understand how. Well, was she not at the practices? But I don't understand in that scene how he's like, whoa, 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 who's that cheerleader out there? Like, Spike was practicing with the little giants for a little bit. You didn't
Mhm.
see. I think Icebox wasn't there for that. That's probably why the dad was like, "Who is that?"
Mhm.
You be Kevin down Cherry Hill
Just one time.
one time. It's
One
why is
time.
there a speech in these kids movies? There was a speech in D2 of the Mighty Ducks right before the third period. There's a speech at halftime of the damn Little Giants, and it's like they're both ridiculous speeches. It's like about like obviously about believing, but it's like what it one time like
Just one
and everybody
time.
goes around the room and tells a story and it's hilarious. And like the D2 speech is like about like ducks flying
Ducks fly
together, and
together.
then like they just start naming things, and when and then the Texas kid is like, when the cattle are out, and then the cows are like,
And the roosters are freaking or whatever the hell
yeah,
he's
basically.
I can't
But
remember his line, but yeah.
I love those movies. I can't lie. The kids comedies are the best. They really are.
Hmm.
I mean, it made top four because the other ones are like top notch, like football
Yeah.
and like um. Obviously, out of my top five, any given Sunday is like the most serious one. Like, well, serious, like intense, I would say. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Friday Night Lights is pretty intense because they go into like how like all the pressure of like
Friday Night Lights was like the first sports movie you watched, and the team lost.
yes,
And you're just like, wait, what?
yeah,
I thought these teams always win.
yeah, exactly. Yep, that did happen. Um, because even yeah, any given Sunday had like an ending, and that was like the ending. It was like it was in the game, and then it's like a long pass from I think it was Jamie, and then because I think what happened is like they benched him again for Dennis Quaid because he was like acting up, and I gotta watch it again. I
It's been years since I've watched that.
think I watched it like 2 years ago, but I forget. Like, and it was having this moment. I was having a conversation with someone, and it came up, and I was like, "Ah, damn it, it's been a while." So, but yeah, that was fun. Our first top five. We'll come up with another one. Maybe there's a rant next week. Something happens that Rome can rant about because there's been a few weeks without a rant. Um,
Yeah, I
and
didn't rant last week, did I? Well,
no, it's fine. You need some time off because there's gonna be a lot
it's
of
fine.
ranting during the season. I'm sure as
Yeah.
like the Phillies go in on a run too, there's gonna be ranting there. I'm sure something will come up on the radio that you could run and rant about, or maybe another fan
Yeah.
tries to get on a Kelsey and see out while you're there.
Oh God.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all, folks. Till next time, keep
Till
tuning
next
in.
time.
Peace.